In a world ravaged by environmental degradation and unchecked consumption, the specter of scarcity looms large. Nations, once bound by diplomacy and mutual cooperation, find themselves locked in a desperate struggle for survival as essential resources dwindle to alarming levels. The resource wars ignite with a spark of desperation as nations vie for control over water, oil, and rare earth minerals, the lifeblood of modern civilization. Diplomatic negotiations falter as alliances fracture and mistrust festers between erstwhile allies. With each passing day, the specter of conflict looms larger, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the fate of humanity. As tensions reach a boiling point, the first shots of World War III echo across the globe. Military forces mobilize, and battle lines are drawn as nations prepare to fight for their very existence. In the deserts of the Middle East, oil fields become battlegrounds, their flames casting an eerie glow over the arid landscape. In the frozen wastes of the Arctic, nations jockey for control over precious water reserves, their thirst for dominance driving them to the brink of madness. But the resource wars extend far beyond the battlefield. As the conflict escalates, civilians become unwitting pawns in the struggle for resources, their lives torn apart by the chaos of war. Communities fracture, economies collapse, and the very fabric of society begins to unravel under the weight of scarcity and strife. Amidst the devastation, a disparate group of survivors emerges: soldiers, scientists, and ordinary citizens united by a common goal: to defy the odds and reclaim a future free from the shackles of conflict. Together, they navigate the treacherous landscape of the resource wars, their humanity tested at every turn as they confront the harsh realities of survival in a world torn apart by greed and desperation. But amidst the chaos, there are glimmers of hope. Acts of bravery and selflessness abound as individuals from all walks of life come together to support one another in the face of overwhelming odds. Across borders and ideologies, humanity rallies against the darkness, determined to forge a new path forward amidst the ruins of the old world. As the resource wars rage on, the true cost of conflict becomes painfully apparent. Lives are lost, cities reduced to rubble, and entire nations teeter on the brink of collapse. Yet amidst the devastation, there remains a flicker of hope, the belief that in the darkest of times, humanity's resilience and capacity for compassion will ultimately prevail. For in the crucible of conflict, amidst the fire and the fury of the resource wars, the indomitable spirit of humanity shines brightest, casting light into the darkest corners of the human soul. And though the road ahead may be long and fraught with peril, there is still hope. Hope for a future where the lessons of the past are not forgotten, and where the bonds of solidarity and cooperation pave the way towards a bright